Hello, loyal listeners. I am Liberty Mutual, and you're about to listen to Blades in Paradise. Before we resume our tale in the post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest, I want you to know our fight is supported by Dragon Master Games. If you want to help us unseat the roiling evil at the heart of our society, consider checking them out to buy some old-world TTRPGs and trading cards. Links to Dragon Master Games, our Patreon, and our coffee are in the show notes. This game is played in the playtest version of John Harper's Blade 68, and our show is part of the Evil Hack Creator Program. Today's episode was recorded live on stream at a charity event in honor of our friend Queen. Gone, but not forgotten. For the Queen!
For the Queen!
For the Queen.
For the Queen.
And they start wheeling you into the emergency room. All right, the rest of you back out in the streets. We got more people to pick up. And you're left to your own devices. What do y'all do?
I mean, I imagine now we're gonna, if we haven't already put scrubs on, we're gonna put the scrubs on and walk into the hospital, right?
Yeah, we have the scrubs on at this point, for sure. At this point, we're just walking deeper into the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head into the emergency room, and it's like every procedural that you've ever seen, except it's not as clean as those tend to be. There is varying amounts of viscera and fluids splattered against various walls. The crew is already completely overloaded by what is going on today. There are not enough doctors, there are not enough nurses, there are not enough people here to help those that are in need. And even though today is the day where everyone has their care provided for, the people who choose to pay for it themselves are getting priority over those who are not. So you see someone who is very clearly bleeding out, laying on a gurney, completely unattended to, while someone with what may be a sprained wrist is having a cast put on their arm. There is not a lot of proper priority being given to some of these patients.
On all days, St. Bernard's Day.
A doctor immediately runs up to you, Harper, and says, "Nurse, you need to come with me right now. I need your help in room 6.
Room 6? Yes,
Liberty, someone runs up to you and says, "Doctor, I need you to do an inspection in room number 3. I have never seen such a problem in my entire life. Grab a nurse and come meet me over there. Stat."
All right.
And then they look over at K13. What are you doing out here? You're supposed to be back in the back room helping filter dialysis. Please head back to where you're supposed to be.
All right, here's the thing. We gotta have a quick above-board conversation, all right?
Yes.
Are we leaning in for the gags that are about to happen, or are we saying absolutely not and making a break for it?
When have we not leaned into the gags?
Exactly.
I think we lean into it.
Fair enough. All right, Liberty grabs one of the party members.
You can grab Jules.
Yeah, let's go, Jules.
Jules and Liberty, you head to room number 3. Harper, you find yourself being dragged away to room number 6. And K13, you're in the back area where they're doing dialysis treatments. You walk in to find a series of other similarly situated individuals as yourself, who are there providing medical care. They're there not only to sit and help filter the blood, but they're there to help provide comfort and care to the people who are there for treatment. And you're brought over to sit next to a little old lady who has a tiny little button nose and just like the biggest, you know how like when you get really old and your eyes start to like really droop?
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got like the eye bags that like literally run like all the way down her chin, like just have joined the rest of her face. Her hair is that like weird like blue color that like all old people seem to get. It's like, it's not quite blonde, it's not quite white, but it's like a weird like pink yellow. It's like it's a pastel color that you only find in like children's crayon boxes. And she just looks up at you with like the kindest eyes, and she's like, "Oh, so you're here to help me?"
K13 kind of tilts their head and is like, "I will do my best."
You know, You're all so joyful all the time. It's really hard to be in this line of profession, isn't it?
No. It's okay.
You seem like you're a little... Are you new to this hospital?
Most likely.
Real convincing.
Okay, well... have a seat, and I'll tell you some stories about when I used to work here when I was younger. We used to get into all kinds of shenanigans. We'd sneak around to all sorts of different places throughout the day, and we'd get into all sorts of chicanery. There was this one doctor whose name was McCreamy, I believe his name was, and he and I were a thing. And all the other nurses were jealous of me being a thing with him, and they used to say that I shouldn't be a thing with him because he was cheating on me with the other nurses, and she's just continuing to prattle on and on about all the things that she did at this hospital that were here. She goes on for like 15 to 16 seasons worth of conversation.
K13 is going to just kind of listen to see if there's any information about, like, because she did mention something about sneaking around. So they're listening for that, but they're also, like, tuning in to whatever radio frequencies are in the air to try and see what, like, radio chatter there is.
Sure, give me a quick attune roll.
Gladly. 4.
You do hear a message about ass rats needing to be removed.
Plural?
I mean, they say that there could be as many as 6. But they're not. So they've called for extra help to come down and monitor this particular patient and help with the procedure. So there are people who are being brought down to you have a general idea of where Old Blue is now. Also with that 4, you kind of in the back of your mind, you hear her say, and that's when I met famous Amos.
Oh no.
Famous Amos being the patriarch of the famous family, for whom the famous family infirmary is named. I'm going to cut over to Rye. You get brought into a room with 3 doctors, Dr. Howard, and Dr. Fine. One is bald, one has a bowl cut, and the other one has a frilly hair that sticks out like this.
3 Stooges, got it.
Is that obvious?
A little on the nose there.
They're going through their inspection of this individual who looks like they have their arms where their legs should be and their legs where their arms should be. It's a very peculiar looking individual. You've never seen quite such a thing in your life.
Oh dear.
He hands you. They're trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, and they start asking you some very high-end, detailed medical questions, things that you may have read about in books before. So give me a quick study roll to see if you know what they're talking about.
She's also just sort of like squirreling back a little because she's like, she is supposed to be this shy little bookworm, and the fact that these 3 guys are just like talking in her face is just overwhelming. It's like, oh my god, I should have taken some of my psychedelic mushrooms earlier, so I'm just running on sober right now, and this is just too much for me.
Dr. Fine slaps Dr. Howard. Dr. Howard knocks Dr. Fine in the head.
Alright, so I think I may have one more bonus dice still from Paul earlier, so I'll be using that.
Always the option to take stress as well.
I just take 1 stress for that?
2.
2, okay. So, I'm also going to use one of my special abilities.
Love it.
I'm going to be using the psychokinesis ability. When you push yourself, you could also do one of the following: levitate in the air for a short time, or violently push or pull objects through the air.
Wait, what?
I'm going to be doing the latter, and it's like, That's and just things start flying through the air all around. Like, the room is just absolute chaos when there's objects flying everywhere.
Dr. Fine hits the ground as a bedpan flies across the room and smacks Dr. Howard in the face. He falls to the ground, and his credentials fall off of his belt and land directly at your feet.
I still gotta roll, but yes, she's notices this, and she's like, "Huh, what have we here?" And just sort of like pockets it.
I don't know if we have a need for a study roll anymore after that particular outburst. So I would say the result of that study roll with that special ability is kind of moot, because you have caused a sufficient maelstrom of chaos to have essentially succeeded in your quest to get what it is I brought you in here for. Liberty and Jules, you're brought into a room that's pretty quiet. In the bed is a small girl, probably no older than 8 or 9 years old. And she looks very tired. Her parents look very worried. There is another person who is standing by the bedside who has a chart and is a calculator and is going through some calculations, just trying to figure out, just basically writing things down in their pad, scratching things off, and just looking up at the parents and being like, I don't know what, and shakes their head no.
What seems to be the problem in here?
Doctor, do you think you can help my girl? And he stands up and hands you her chart. And before you can even take a look at it, the person in the suit takes it out of your hands. I'm sorry, Doctor. I know they sent you in here, but we've run the numbers that even if we do something for her today, it's not going to be good enough. She's this is a lost cause.
Do you tend to go around saying that in front of the patients often, sir?
Listen, I'm an actuary. I don't need to have bedside manner. I'm just corporate.
Yeah, but then maybe why don't you give us the clipboard and let us decide what's necessary?
He hands you the patient's file. He says, okay, you can try to do what you can. And I know that it's St. Bernard's Day, but we still have a limit to certain things. So he hands you a piece of paper with a specific number on it and says, if the care costs more than this, we're not going to let you go through with it.
Of course. We'll hold up the patient file to Liberty. Here you go, Doctor. We don't need you in here, Mr. Actuary.
I'm here on behalf of Lantern Corp. I'm not supposed to be leaving this room until I have been summoned. And he pulls out a pager. On this particular pager, when they call me, I'll go to the next spot. But until then, this is my particular job right here, is to make sure that things are supposed to go the way that they're supposed to go in here. There are rules even on St. Bernard's Day.
Can I do something?
Oh, of course you can. I would love you to.
I would like to spend 2 stress to say that there's a minor NPC on the other end of that pager that works for me.
Go for it. Okay, who works for you? Who does number 2 work for?
Has that come out yet?
Her name is, Mary, and she's somebody that Jules knows that can help her out in this situation.
What do you do to get her to ping that pager?
I'm assuming this is a person that has to be, in the hospital. Who works here. So...
Correct.
When he says that, I think maybe she steps out for a second. Just excuse me for a second. I'll I'll be back in here to help the doctor with your daughter in a second, and walks outside, and then just like sees Mary and gives her like just a subtle hand signal that like I need help with this guy.
Mary Kay reaches under the table and presses a little subtly placed button, and he gets buzzed to a room on the other side of the hospital. He looks down at the pager and he says, "This can't be. All right, I'm going to be following up on this. And what are your What are your names? Doctor what?
No, that is Dr. What, and I'm Nurse Who.
Who?
Yes, exactly. Haven't you been here long enough?
Who's a nurse? Who's on nurse?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, correct.
Exactly. Precisely.
Dr. What and Ms. Who and Nurse Who, and he writes that down on his clipboard. He says, "No, not a penny more than what I told you," and then leaves.
What's my clipboard say? What's going on?
This kid has leukemia. She's been sick for a while, and her parents haven't been able to afford it because of the growing cost of healthcare. I know that this is supposed to be a fun thing, but the Lantern Corp is a horrible corporation, and I'm not trying to bring everybody down here.
No, of course. Yeah.
So she has leukemia, and her parents have finally brought her here on St. Bernard's Day to try to get her the help and the care that she needs. And Lantern Corp has decided that it's something that can be recurring over the course of your life, and they don't want to treat it now to have it come back and then cost them more in the future. So they've decided that this is it. You can see the full battery of tests that she needs on the paper. You can see the orders that have been written. Everything has been done. It's just there's no one signed off on it.
Would Dr. Pepper be able to sign off on it?
He most certainly would.
And Liberty has been around.
He may also add a prodigious amount of jelly to the order, but...
Yeah. That's okay. That's his prerogative. I'll tell you what, she says to the family. I've got to go have some chats with a couple of my colleagues. But we're going to get this for you. Okay?
But what about what the actuary said? Are you...
Hey, that guy is going to have a lot more to worry about after today's done than your daughter.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll help you out with all the finer points. Let's take a look at your daughter. Doctor, I'll get vitals and stuff while you're gone.
Sounds great.
And I think Jules is actually going to go to, start doing that. Does the mother, have a purse in here?
It's right at her feet. Well, it's by her chair where Jules is, it's by her chair and she's at her daughter's side, so she is not directly by her purse now.
Okay. So I think, at some point, Jules is, getting gloves and subtly would like to drop that really, really fancy and really expensive necklace into the mother's purse for later, for them.
Roll finesse for me.
Okay. A 4.
She makes eye contact with you. And she looks at you really kind of curiously, as if why would someone do such a thing? She doesn't say anything, but she just looks at you with in a world where people rarely choose to be kind, you have gone out of your way to do 2 incredible things for her that changed her life.
Don't worry, man. Despite what the corporation thinks, some of us do actually like to look out for the people around us. And Jules will start taking her vitals, the little girl's vitals and stuff.
Old Blue. They are wheeling you down a hallway at a pace and a speed that seems inhuman. You have 2 orderlies and 3 doctors on each side, just kind of mowing this gurney down a hallway. screaming. They're trying to hook an IV up to you as they're running at the same time. It's oh, we've got ass rats, everybody! Hold on, we've got ass rats! And people are bailing down from one side, they're trying to get out of the way at the same time. They clip an old woman as she's walking by, and her wig goes flying off and lands directly on top of your head. You hit another. They hit another guy whose lunch flies up, lands right on your lap, and it's like a tuna sandwich and a bag of chips. And they finally get to a room, an isolated room down the end, and you see they all start talking, and they're kind of going back and forth. And the doctor walks over to you, goes, "Sir, I don't know where you came from, but you're you're a godsend to us today. We've been looking all day for very important, very interesting cases that our very important person can come take care of. Because we have a special celebrity doctor here on site who's planning on providing his own special brand of medication to a very select few people. It's a new product that he's planning on rolling out over the course of the next few weeks. And it would be great. We can get you on television. It'll be wonderful. We just need you to sign a consent form to have famous Nathan treat you."
Oh. Oh, blimey. So here's the deal. Maybe, give me, gives you the bubble guts medicine, maybe things just work out on their own. Maybe you know what I'm talking about.
So there could be some pretty severe lacerations inside there, which can lead to sepsis and could eventually poison your blood and kill you.
That's true.
I'm afraid he's going to need to go in with a full array of tonics to sterilize the area.
Oh, pre-sterilized. Thank you very much. My ex-wife took care of that. Anyway, got an idea. How about this? I sign your little thing, but you don't, you just leave me alone in the 5 minutes in order for me to, come to terms with what I'm about to put my sphincter through. You're going to have cameras and press in here, yeah?
Oh, all over the place. They'll be your ass will be all over television. It'll be all over the national. It'll be on the front page of the paper.
Allow me 5-10 minutes so I can relax and make sure it's camera ready. All right, because if it's my best and defining feature, I'm afraid. So I want it to look prim and proper for the cameras, if I could.
Well, most certainly. Can I have you just sign this paper for me?
Oh, certainly. Do you have a pen?
He hands you a pen.
All right, and I'm going to sign it, Dr. Winston Thoreau.
All right, you're not the Dr. Winston Thoreau, formerly of the... And they go back over the quarter, they start... That doesn't look like the guy. I know it doesn't look like the guy, but he says he's the guy. Okay, you know what?
You have 6 or 7 rats go up your sphincter, and you tell me how you look afterwards.
All right, you know what? You make a wonderful point. You know what? You go ahead, you prepare yourself, and we'll bring your brother back. All right, and they all leave the room, and you are left alone in this room momentarily.
What's in the room?
Your standard hospital room. There are there's a box for sharps.
Okay, I was wondering if it was like a surgical theater, or if they left any tools or devices.
If you would like it to be a surgical theater, it is a surgical theater where people can all watch from you watch you have your butt cleaned from the top.
Fantastic. All right.
So you're in the surgical theater. There are there's a pack. We'll say there's a pack of sharps, completely covered. They're not covered in the safe paper to say that it's sterile, but they're covered.
Okay. You take their word at this point, I think.
Exactly.
All right. So if it's like a surgical theater, that means there's like a short wall surrounded by stadium seating type situation.
Exactly.
I think I'm going to grab up some of those sharps and see if I can scale that wall and get out the way the students would come in.
Give me a finesse roll.
Finesse. 2 2s and a 6.
2 2s and a 6. With a 6, yeah, you make it up that wall completely fine and don't have any type of issue getting to the top.
I want to make sure that I still have the wig and the lunch meat and whatnot that went with it, as well as some sharps.
Yes, you have everything that landed on you and is heading up to the top. So yeah, you're free to go at this point in time. There's nobody watching up at the top. They're expecting you to just be lying there waiting. As you're walking out the door, you see a brash young man in a bright green pinstripe suit, very Wonka-esque, with the giant top hat and the curly hair, heading in, and he's like, "Hello, my," and looks around and is just sort of like, "Where did that little bastard go?"
Slight flashback before I left there. I want to be able to...
Sorry, Paul wants me to correct. It's a bowler hat, not a top hat.
It's a bowler hat, yes. I have the top hat. I would like to cut a couple of holes into the wig, make it into a beard instead of, hair for the top of the head, hair on the face. Take some of that lunch meat and put it on my face underneath so it mimics a second skin if I can. Just trying to disguise myself.
That's a wonderful you have a wonderful give me a deception. You know what, roll your best stat.
5.
Someone who they can smell the lunch meat, so it's like you have a little bit of a weird odor about you now. But yeah, it's fairly convincing.
That's fine.
Liberty, what did you want to do now that you've left the room? Are you going to look for Dr. Pepper?
Okay, I have an important question that I forget the answer to. Have Liberty and Dr. Pepper ever gotten the chance to meet?
It's entirely up to you. I don't know if you've ever patronized this hospital before. You have probably met doctors like Dr. Pepper. That being said, I'm not certain if you've met this specific Dr. Pepper.
That's fair.
For those who may not be familiar with our broadcast, Dr. Pepper is kind of like Dr. Jenny. There's several Dr. Peppers.
You mean Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny?
Yes, those. You big nerd. Anyway.
I think Liberty's just gonna go out, walk straight into like the central desk, right, where like the nurses sit and keep an eye on things.
If you haven't met him, Sterling has told you stories about him and how absolutely off the wall he is.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna walk up into that space, like kind of push a nurse out of the way and lean in and hit the intercom on one of the phones and say, "Paging Dr. Pepper to Unit 3, now!"
Roll a command with a bonus dice.
I'm gonna spend one of my other bonus dice on this, so that I can roll with 2. That's a 4.
With a 4, you get a ping back on the intercom that says, "I'll be there in a minute. I'm very busy right now."
We all are!
Thank you, I appreciate you acknowledging how busy I've been.
Hurry up!
This is just going back and forth on the intercom.
Yep. I'm trying. I have many patients to see. You have a clock for Dr. Pepper, and you still have a clock going for the hospital administrator who you sent across the hospital.
A Dr. Pepper.
A Dr. Pepper, exactly.
Dr. Pepper.
You have just called Dr. Pepper, and he has given you some sass. What would you like to do?
I think first things first. I'm gonna go futz around for like 5 minutes, just to create a little bit of time disparity between what the previous call and the new one. And then I'm gonna go back to the nurse's station. I'm gonna again push the nurse out of the way and like slam the finger onto the intercom button and say, Paging Dr. Pepper to Unit 3, we have rats running away with the teeth. Now!
You on the intercom back, he goes, "Oh no, not rats running away with the teeth! That's a dentist emergency!" And you hear him, "I'll be right there!" And you hear him running down the hall. You can hear the footsteps as he's running with the microphone. He's let the microphone slip and go, "I'll be right there, told you, I'll be there in a minute!"
Thank God.
He skids to a stop out front and he goes, "I heard there's a dental emergency in Unit 3! What can I do to help?"
You can sign this paper right here, sir.
The feedback's got to be awful.
Sign right here, okay. Usually with the rats, I have to hunt them down and get the teeth back, but if that's what you say. He looks inside, he goes, Jules, is that you?
Yes. Hi.
Oh, hey, how you doing? It's a long time no see. I didn't know you were working here now.
Helping for today.
All right, I like it. Fresh, familiar faces. Everyone pulling their weight on St. Bernardi's Day. Okay. I'm signing here for this. And he signs all the paperwork. He's talking through the whole thing as he's going through. This has nothing to do with teeth. I don't know what I'm even here for, but you called me. And he just signs everything without any type of bother.
You can go hunt the rats now if you want.
He reaches into his hammer space and pulls out a BB gun, and he just chalks it like a shotgun. They won't get away from me that easily. And he runs off in the distance.
I'm gonna go back into the room. All right, things are looking good. And she hangs the chart back where it's supposed to be with all the signatures on it and everything.
The father, he just walks up to you and he just gives you a hug, just like a silent hug. Thank you so much for, I stopped believing a long time ago that there are good people. Thank you for giving me that faith back, and thank you for giving me her back.
We're still out here fighting as much as we can.
He reaches into his pocket and he says, I know this isn't much, but I want, and he hands you just a small handful of what appear to be marbles.
I couldn't possibly.
Okay. Sure. I get it. But thank you. And he goes back and he gives his daughter a hug.
She scratches, she tears a piece of paper off of her clipboard and she writes a number on the back of it and then folds it up and discreetly hands it to him and says, you should consider listening to this radio frequency next Friday. You'll recognize the voice.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you. Anything for what you've done. Anything.
Just give it an honest think over when you do, okay?
Of course. Anything.
Come on, Jules. We got work to do.
Right, yeah. Let's go.
So, K-13, you are walking by just as you see Jules and Liberty pop out of the room. You have the little old lady riding on your back. She has a cowboy hat in her hand and she's waving it around in the air. She's like, "This is the best time I've ever had at the hospital. Thank you so very much." Rye, have you calmed down the telekinetic storm, or is it still happening?
I feel like after she knocked out the Three Stooges, I think her shyness sort of like, "Oh, you're asleep now. Okay." And then she's able to just calm down and casually stroll out. As if nothing ever happened, she just closes the door behind her, and it's like, "Nobody open that for a little while. That's a mess for tomorrow to be dealt with."
Okay, so you all start heading down towards the central elevator. And you end up meeting in the central elevator. So Old Blue, you've managed to make your way back at the same time as the rest of them. Now you're a complete crew again.
Just have on all the different doctor's coats, the wig, the lunch meat, and everything else that I've been able to just snatch all the way up to this point. And oh, hello. I am Dr. Nobody. I would like to formally say, get out of my way. I'm a very... Oh, thank God it's you. I should start tearing off all this stuff. And the hunchback, and that's a cat. I didn't even know I had that.
Meow. Just that comedic sound that you hear with angry cats and hot mix and stuff.
Could have used that for the rats.
I'm not going to ask you questions. I don't really know what all that was.
Just start peeling the meat off of my face. Like,
Right.
Just
Okay.
like Mr. Hyde.
Look, in case all of you have forgotten, we're here for something.
Oh no, actually, I think I might be able to help with that.
And then she just pulls out the keys. Is it like a card or is it like literal keys for the elevator?
it was a fob, if I remember correct.
A fob. Okay, so it's like she just pulls it out and so starts spinning it on her finger for a few seconds and just sort of flies up into the air because she's not particularly good at that. Like, oops. It just grabs like,
I bad.
Harper, you're a gem. I could never be upset with you. Gives you a gentle pat on the head.
Hey, watch it. My hair.
Good job, Bookshop. Good job.
Liberty, real quick, how well do you like that Winston gent?
I consider him a valuable friend and an expert coworker.
Oh. Never mind, no reason.
All right, if you say so. I mean, look, it's not like Paradise can hate his guts anymore.
That's true. I don't even know him and I don't like him.
You fob into the elevator and you wait for a minute or two until it comes to a distinct stop. The elevator opens up, and standing on the inside of the elevator is what appears to be a 6.5 foot tall anthropomorphic cat in a white t-shirt with a big red exclamation point on it.
oh my god.
Sorry, I've been stun locked.
Not saying anything, just standing in the elevator, completely calm. He has a ball of yarn in his hand, just completely popping it up and catching it, popping it up and catching it, popping it up and catching it.
Everybody else is seeing this, correct?
Can I help you?
I'm the elevator operator. I'm here to make sure people get to where it is they need to get to. What could you possibly have to do in this particular hospital right now?
I have an elderly lady who needs to go downstairs.
Down to the basement? What could she possibly need in the basement?
The remains of her deceased lover are down there.
Oh, you want to go to the morgue?
Is that in the basement?
I'm being deadly serious about this right now.
And then he just turns and deadpans at the camera.
Oh my god.
Then you answered your own question. Let's go.
All right, so you're in the elevator with Bubsy, and it's one of those elevators that has the handle that you have to pull to make it go to a specific floor.
All right, if we're going to have to go to the
Oh,
basement...
you're really motion sick.
Oh,
He pulls out a little paper bag that also has a red exclamation point on it. He goes,
that's why I keep these, just for the possibility of this happening. He goes, in order to get to the basement, we're going to have to get creative over here. Things could get a little dangerous, if you know what I mean.
Just sits down. Does anybody else smell lunch meat?
Bubsy, we're here for danger.
Oh, I like the way that you think.
Yeah, I know you do.
You and I could be close friends pretty soon.
I think we should be.
I feel like you've known me already. This is really nice. It was really nice to meet you people.
And he pulls the elevator all the way down to the bottom. In the cartoonish way that when they get into an elevator and the elevator operator pulls the thing all the way down, you just see everyone's bodies stretch and then snap back almost like an elastic band.
Oh, I need to stop taking those psychedelic mushrooms if they're going to result in this.
All right, so this is the basement where the morgue is. If you need to get to the sub-basement, we could talk.
Okay. What would we need to talk about, per se?
Whether or not you need to get to the sub-basement or not.
Sure.
Could we just knock him out and use the elevator ourselves?
I appreciate the go-get-him attitude saying that in front of him, but, I mean, he probably has some secret way to get down there that we need to, get his help with, right?
Okay.
This is a you scratch my back, I scratch your situation.
Bad robot noises.
Yeah, is that what you want? I could scratch your back.
Speaking
Are
of
you-
scratching back, I think the Mr. Blue has some lunch meat or something on him, or maybe that could be to your specifications?
Lady, I deal in yarn. Particularly big balls of yarn. You wouldn't happen to have any of those on you, would you?
Yarn.
The fact that you actually have yarn. Amazing.
I have been knitting this whole time.
Chekhov's yarn ball over here.
Can we give Bubsy Crow's yarn?
Yeah, you could you most certainly can. All of a sudden K-13 just is reaching around and it opens a compartment and is like, I happen to have a big red ball of yarn for you.
Like Bender from Futurama just opens the front.
Here you go, Bubsy. Fourth wall yarn for you.
He picks it up, he smells it really, really crisply, and it's just like,
That's the good shit right there.
and just puts it in his hammer space, and then pushes the thing down all the way again, and you go flying back up into the ceiling, back down to the ground, and
This is the sub-basement of the sub-basements. Please exit at your convenience and watch your step. There will be no return back to the surface from here.
All right, fine with me.
Anybody else find that a little ominous?
We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I got a plan.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, please don't die, new friends.
Doc, why is your office full of sausage?
Oh, greetings and salutations, Sterling. Sterling, I've discovered the secret to beating the famous family at their own game. De Bruno's Italian Market.
And they're a sausage company?
Oh, they're that and so much more. They have cured meats, cheeses, crackers, and anything else you might want to put together a posh charcuterie party. Not only am I distributing all of that here in Paradise, but our listeners can order all that from the affiliate link in our show notes.
That's great, Doc. These will make great gifts for our friends, family, and coworkers, too.
Darn tootin', Sterling. We flood the market with De Bruno's high-quality Italian meats, and then we bankrupt the famous family. With De Bruno's Italian meats, this truly is paradise.
The year is 2235, and humanity is at war. The pilots of the Foundation are all we have left. And the Gorgons are coming. Meet the pilots of the 92nd Cadre, Artemis,
I'm not used to inspiring people.
Cass,
Yes, sir.
and Eurydice,
If you ever start being not full of life, come to me.
part of humanity's vanguard, led by their handlers Colonel Mira Voss
Things happen that are out of our control.
and Major Hannah Atali.
Cleaning up messes is what we're good at.
Together, they will face what's coming.
I don't understand.
I never like being alone.
It's all based in lies.
I don't have time for dogs.
You asked me who I was. Can you tell me who you are?
Or die.
Eurydice, take the shot.
You got it.
Zero Angels is a new actual play podcast by Bad Rep Productions using the Girl Frame system, coming to the Bard Rock Network July 2026. Follow us at zeroangels.bardrockcafe.com on Blue Sky, or visit zeroangels.com for more information.
Yeah, so Bubsy lets you off at the sub basement, and it's have you ever seen a movie, for example, where they go to an old abandoned like mental hospital and everything is still somewhat intact, but there's like a layer of dust on everything, and it looks
A gurney slowly wheels itself past.
yeah. There's like one light bulb that's like zzz, zzz, off in the distance. It's like that. It's very dark, and it's unnaturally warm in here. Like it feels almost insulated by how far underground it may be. You're all starting to get really hot and sweaty very quickly.
I really should not have worn my sweater under these scrubs.
Full cardigan under the scrubs.
I told you it was a bad idea. I don't know why you decided you needed to.
But, I have to be pinkalicious. That's part of the librarian's code.
Is it?
Well, my code at the very least.
What is it, though?
What is it?
You're heading down the hallway, and you start to smell like sulfur and ash. You start to feel the heat increase as you walk deeper and deeper down the hallway. The floor has scorch marks on it. There are deep veins and cracks in the walls, as if there's some sort of stress or force that has been pressed upon them. You do eventually get to a large locked door, approximately, we'll call it like maybe 12 and a half feet high, completely solid riveted metal. Again, it looks as if there has been a fire in this room. What would you like to do?
You know, Lantern Corp is the devil. This all does seem a little much.
Yeah, they have a penchant for the dramatic.
Oh, did I not mention the iron braziers on the wall? The pentagram, yeah.
Wait, you all know that Lantern Corp is run by vampires, right?
Vampires?
Yeah.
You mean like the ones from Twilight?
Yeah, like vampires.
Liberty, you could have mentioned that when we first started, that there'd be sparkly bloodsuckers.
You live and learn.
I do not have blood. I just have fluids. Mostly oil.
How big is that compartment in your chest, love? The one you got your yarn out of? Can I climb right in there, please? Wear K-13 like a suit of armor.
Perhaps.
You don't need this engine, do you?
Liberty's heading forward. Is it just like an open chamber, or did I miss there being something?
You just have a long corridor from the elevator down towards the cast iron door.
Yeah.
There are some other smaller ancillary rooms off to the side that look like either waiting rooms or offices. It's nothing completely notable. You see the big target over at the end of the door, over at the end of the hallway, And as you continue to walk down the hallway, it gets increasingly fire damaged.
Yeah, time to just walk down the hallway, see what's down there.
Yeah, so you're all the way down. You can feel heat radiating from behind the iron door. That's really the only thing around you is this nondescript cavern. Linoleum floors, cracks in the walls, scorch marks on the door. It looks as if someone had set a fire in here, or maybe tried to use an explosive to blow something up.
By any chance, are there still spider webs here?
Yeah, this place hasn't been touched in a while. There are cobwebs.
Alright, I would like to sort of fudging my special ability a little bit here.
Fudge away.
It says, I have the precognition ability. 2 times per score, you can assist a teammate without paying stress and tell us how you prepared for this in advance. So the fudge is, I would like to be able to read the spider webs like it's Charlotte's Web, which is a HarperCollins book, by the way.
Go for it. In the spider webs, it says...
Some pig. No.
No. It says, here be dragons.
There be dragons. Oh.
You know, Harper, you're a book person, and I love books, especially history books. There's a family back in the day. They used to hunt beasties and weirdos like vampires called the Van Helmens. I believe this is probably their old work. Look at these scorch marks everywhere.
Yes, I've definitely heard of them.
For those of you who don't know, the Van Helmens love arson.
So apparently we got an anonymous donation just now that I'm a little confused about because it says dealer's choice name change, and I'm like, what do you mean name change? It's a voice change, I guess. And Bubsy's not even in the seat anymore, so...
Now I have to talk like this the entire rest of the episode.
Could be fun.
Could be. Yeah, so it says here be dragons in the spider webs surrounding the door.
Dragons are usually very big, very scary, and some of them can breathe fire, but also there are, in some other stories, they can breathe acid or poison or sometimes even ice.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but I'm looking more for the treasure.
Is the door locked?
Have you tried it?
I'm trying it now.
No, the door is not locked.
Okay.
You open the door to the vault.
Yeah.
The door swings open. And come to find out, you weren't the first ones down here.
Makes sense.
Inside the room is none other than Duncan Hines. With a varying crew of other assorted ne'er-do-wells. He looks up from the pile of quote-unquote treasure that he is pulling together. He has in his hand a golden goblet that he is attempting to wrench out of a large machine that has all sorts of wires and coils attached to it. And as he pulls that out and goes flailing backwards and falls on his ass, he sees you and he says, "Oh, Liberty, you're just in time. It's nice to see that you got my letter."
What is this about?
What this is about is that I'm planning on stealing some very important items from my employers, and I'm going to frame you for this. So these guards here are going to keep you detained until a larger number can come and drag you off to prison, while I'm going to escape with, quite frankly, the thing that I came here for.
Pocket sandwich, go!
I put a wrench in his brain.
Literally.
You're gonna do your best, Hines, is what's gonna happen here, and we're gonna stop you.
Oh, I see now. Apparently, it was Paul who did an anonymous donation. He was supposed to do a voice, not a name. So let's retroactively change it. So now you have to do the Doofenshmirtz voice for this dragon, because Pines for Pines.
The dragon's more of a metaphorical dragon. It wasn't an actual dragon.
Sure.
I know. I'm just saying.
Come on, you can do it.
What is the Doofenshmirtz? Oh, I'm asking it to be the silly Ray Byrus voice. Okay. Hey everyone, it's me, Silly Ray. No, hey, alright. So I see that you broke into my vault. I managed to get everything in here that I needed, and now I'm gonna plan my escape. See you later.
Except I'm gonna not let you do that. And I want to reach in to one of Liberty's bags, and some of the items I can bring are bandoliers of random explosives.
Oh!
One of the options on this list is a gravity anomaly bomb that I would like to chuck into this room for him and his goons to have to deal with.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm gonna mark one of my bandoliers to do that.
We also just got a $50 donation.
Holy shit.
It says, Matina, this feels like a great time for just one more NPC to appear. Also, that means we have reached $605.
Yay!
Yes! Excellent! Thank you, Matina. That's also my friend.
Thank you, Matina.
Thank you, everybody.
The door behind you swings open, and it's famous Nathan.
Shit!
In his green bowler trilby hat. Hines, are you done down here? Hines, what's going on here? Well, you see, I tried to get someone down here that we could frame, so that way your family wouldn't get in the vampires wouldn't get mad about us stealing this here cup, and you just kind of happened to walk in before I could.
Has everyone forgotten that I am holding a bomb?
You do make a very good point there. I do not know who you are, and I couldn't be bothered to care. That being said, you are holding an explosive, and this is a brand new suit, so why don't you put that down, because I'm very powerful and important, and I have asked you to do that.
Oh, you don't know who I am, but I know who you are, sir.
Yes, everyone does. I'm very important in this town.
I have no idea who he is.
I'm so whoa. I know you have a bomb, but this is more important. It's literally in the name, Famous Nathan, leading member of the famous family.
If you were famous, I would know you.
He kind of has a point there.
I am world renowned for being a spectrologist, a phantasmologist. I'm a purveyor of medical devices and medicine. I'm responsible for everything in this.
Throw the bomb at Nathan while he's talking.
Yes, of course you can.
Evil.
That's the point.
Yeah, I'm throwing. What do you need me to roll for that?
Hunter Wreck is fine.
Wreck is the one that my playbook has a lot of pips in, so I would like to do that, please. That is a 6.
Okay. Are you aiming to disrupt, or are you aiming to kill?
I am aiming to disrupt. The one that I had was a gravity anomaly bomb. So it just, I would assume this just kind of sits him floating in midair.
Oh, I can do that too.
Gravity anomaly bomb. Alright. So, you chuck the bomb towards Famous Nathan, and for a split second, gravity ceases to exist within this vault. Everyone give me a finesse roll to see how you handle the sudden lack of gravity.
May I use my special ability? I'll just take 2 stress, and seeing as my psychokinesis ability involves levitating, and I just have that be like, I have perfect control over being able to move around in this 0 gravity situation at the cost of 2 stress.
Justin, I could only see glare.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got 2 6s.
On 2 6s, Old Blue, you begin to float in midair, and then you immediately sink back down. Gravity, for whatever reason, is not changing for you. Just as you are about to stretch out, it's almost like your skin or the clothes that you are wearing catches the air, and you're just kind of perfectly poised in a way that you can walk around the room without being affected. What does everybody else have?
That's a 2.
Liberty, you collide in midair with Duncan Hines, and the cup goes rolling off into the distance and slams and bounces up into the ceiling. Jules and K13.
I have a 5.
I rolled a 6, but I would like to flavor it in
You have landed on your feet on the ceiling, in perfect, Catherine Zeta-Jones pose, where you're landing perfectly. Or if K13, you wanted to flavor it a specific way.
Yeah, I wanted to have K13 use he has knives in his arms that he just kind of sticks into the ground to keep him from going anywhere.
So you're stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
Jules, you're a cat burglar on the ceiling. Rye, you're a cosmonaut floating around in the midair. And Old Blue, you can basically just go and do wherever you want.
I'd like to Sailor Moon transform at this point. No, just kidding.
And what does Old Blue's magical girl transformation look like?
Oh, yeah, you see everything. It's
Constellation transformation. That's not out yet.
Starry Night, soon to be airing on Hard Rock Network.
As this finishes, I would like to use sleeper agents again.
Sure.
And say that one of Duncan Hines' guards is actually one of my guys. And so when we do this gravity disruption thing, she just yells, "Baker, now!"
One of the guards looks up and he's like, "Jules, what are you doing down here? I didn't know you worked here now."
No, I need your help. Take some of these guys out. Please.
He runs forward and he tackles. Well, they're also all floating in the air right now. So he pushes off the wall and midair cartwheels into another right into another set of guards, sending them careening against the wall. Surrounding you, there are piles of gold. There are various artifacts, such as, suggested by Paul, a Knights Templar shield with a big blue cross on it called the Blue Cross Blue Shield. Hey, you said you'd marry him.
I know I did.
So the Blue Cross Blue Shield, there are stacks of rare and forgotten books. There is a DVD of Cabin Boy by Chris Elliott.
Of course there is.
Yeah, there is. Essentially, anything that you want to be in this vault can be in this vault. You just have to make a play for it. Nathan, meanwhile, has hit his head on the ceiling and is basically unconscious. Paul said he succeeded on his engagement roll. That's a good one.
Aw, cute.
There's also some rare Beanie Babies, including the original Princess Diana bear that was owned by Princess Diana.
Aw.
Now, you gotta give me that one. I gotta take that to Sterling.
Duncan Hines says, "Over my dead body, that's my beanie."
Right. Here's the thing, though. Princess Diana died before that came out because it was made because she died. So you're saying that Princess Di had the Princess Di beanie, which means she faked her death.
Dot.
They gave it to her. She owned it before she died. And then after she died, they released it mass market to try as a tribute to her. But they had made her just a one of one because they were big die heads.
That's a terrible nickname.
It's an awful nickname.
Are you a die head? I'm a diehard die head.
Love me some die.
Tie hard, if you will.
So am I just kind of floating in midair still with nothing really to latch onto?
Yeah, for the most part. You and Hines are about probably a foot off the ceiling because you collided midair and didn't have enough propulsion to reach the ceiling.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna try to grab Hines and try to slam him against the ceiling again.
Give me a skirmish roll.
Cool. I'm gonna use my last 2 bonus dice on this one. That's a 4.
With a 4, you grab onto Duncan Hines and realize that he is so much stronger than you anticipated. You try to slam him into the wall, but he kicks you off back down towards the ground. And you hit an object very hard. What do you hit? What do you bump into?
Is there like a bunch of like industrial equipment and stuff down here, or like pipes?
Anything and everything you want can be in this. Yes.
Fair enough. I think that I get shoved back and I slam back into like a row of like hot pipes that are lining the corner of the ceiling.
Are they hockey playing pipes? How hot are they?
All right, so you are laying against a stack of loose pipes. You hear the clang, 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 clang as they like fall and scatter across the floor. And now there's a bunch of pipes floating in the air as well.
I'm gonna grab one.
You have a weapon.
And I use my psychokinesis ability to basically move myself so I've like go around next to Liberty and basically just give her a little push in the right direction.
Don't even need to do anything for that. You've already spent the stress. So you give Liberty a boost towards Duncan Hines.
She sees this happen and she's just like, butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. And she just sort of floats over and she's like, need a little help? And then just gives her a little push in Hines' direction.
You have been fastballed specialed into Duncan Hines.
Fuck yeah, I have.
Give me a wreck or a skirmish roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna do wreck, absolutely.
I think that also deserves a bonus dice for my health.
Totally. That's a 6.
Yeah!
With a 6, you take the pipe and you swing, and your swing finds purchase. In baseball player, you hit a home run.
Or a hockey player.
Hines explodes, and when I say he explodes, I mean he basically turns into glitter.
He was a vampire this whole time.
No, it's more like you know those magnet balls that you come and you can, like a stress toy that you can pull and you can tear apart and put them apart, pick them up, put them down. He explodes into a stack of those and they start flying across the room. And you watch as you slowly all start floating back down towards the ground. And as you land on the ground, you see just like the monster from Mega Man 1 as the...
Except me, I'm still floating in the air because I'm using my own powers to be up here.
now you're just like, what do you got? What do you got for me?
I'm still up here.
Hines starts to reformulate. You see from his feet, he starts building up brick by brick by brick, almost as if someone is constructing him out of Legos. You have the cup that he was looking for at your feet, Jules, and anyone can take the opportunity to grab anything it is that they want from this vault as Hines is reconstituting himself.
I want the Beanie Baby.
It's yours. You have the OG die.
Speaking of die, I would like to grab the die that is made to cast the coin.
Okay.
As well as many coins as I can into my satchel.
Jules.
We'll definitely scoop up that cup, and then I will also be grabbing handfuls of coins.
As you pick the cup up, it is far heavier than you could have. You feel an coursing through your body, invigorating you. It is almost as if, like, you know, when you're a kid and you decide to touch your tongue with a 9-volt battery, it's like that throughout your body right now as you are holding this cup. You can feel you can feel how special it is. You don't know what is special about it, but you know that it is the most precious thing in this room, just by touching it.
Question.
Yes.
Would there be any chance that I could roll study to like, know what this is?
Oh, there's always a chance.
6.
With a 6, you look down at it in your hand, and you remember there was an archaeologist at one point that you had friendship with, who used to study ancient artifacts. And this story about King Arthur and his knights who went on a quest to recover a cup that was believed to hold the blood of Jesus Christ himself. This is the Holy Grail.
You mean Jesusaurus Rex?
Yes, I do mean the blood of Jesusaurus Rex. Sorry. I forget that these stories have been perverted over time.
You're so right.
So what you should do is you should feed it to K-13.
Yes.
So that you can never get it. I'm kidding.
K-13, what are you looking for?
K-13 would like to see, like you said, there's everything. So he wonders if there's like a record of who he used to be.
You start looking around the room, like frantically scanning, and you get a ping but not from anything in the vault. You get a ping from up above, from up in the mausoleum. There's a record of who you once were in the mausoleum. They have your soul. You as a person is listed as one of the deceased. But that's not true. You're very here and you're very alive.
Mm-hmm.
You just weren't close enough to be able to scan this, and now that you're here, it's just really it's perplexing as to how this could be. Is there anything that HarperCollins would like?
Yes. If there's like basically everything here, she's gonna be like, oh, books. And like seeing these books, it's like, oh, I heard about this book. I heard it was a banned book back in the before times, and they still have copies.
Necronomicon Ex Mortis. I wonder what that means.
Everybody poops?
Yeah, she's like all these banned books, and she's just like grabbing as many as possible. But then she also notices the Blue Cross Blue Shield, and she's like, oh, that looks very important too. I believe I've read something about this before. And she just she floats down and she just puts her hand. Well, first of all, she takes all these books that she's grabbed, and she's like, grabs like, I guess, a big old towel or something.
K-13, grab these!
Just has a haversack on her back full of books, and then it's like, then she goes over and she picks up the shield. She's like, ooh, this is very important. I can just tell by the way it shimmers in the light.
You look down and it says property of St. Bernard.
Ah, yes, of course.
Did they have those little label makers back then?
It's one of those, like, it's like carved in. So you all have various spoils of war. What do you do as Duncanheim starts to reconstitute themselves? There are two ways out of this. There's past Nathan in the door, towards the elevator, where Bubsy the Bobcat told you there was no coming back from. And there's an escape out the other side. There is a staircase heading out back towards the other way, on the opposite wall.
Jules is a little stunned that this is real. That she's holding the Holy Grail. She's gonna look around and I think she's gonna just kind of run towards that back exit.
So you said there was machinery in the room, right?
Yes. The Holy Grail itself was plugged into a large, almost clandestine-looking machine where There were various tubes and Tesla coils sticking out of it and wires plugged into it, and it was not sparking, but it was giving off a good deal of juice when Heinz pulled it out of the machine.
Can I use my attune to try and figure out what the machine is before I run off?
Oh, hell yeah, you can.
I'm going to use my extra dice for that. That is a 5.
With a 5, you do a quick scan of the machine and everything in the room. You are able to tell that the Grail was being charged like a battery using the central power system of the area. You know that the reason that it's full of power is because it literally is being filled with the souls of the deceased that once lived in paradise.
Ooh. Interesting. Now I think I will run up the stairs, following just in case.
Are we running? Are we leaving out?
I guess it seems like the case.
Alright, if everybody is going to be running out, I would like to get even more mileage out of this psychokinesis ability that is apparently really frickin' strong. And I'll give myself another 2 stress, and I would like to do the other effect of violently push or pull objects through the air. And Harper looks at everybody's like, I hope everybody grabbed what they want, because the rest of it's going to be used as a distraction. So she uses her psychokinetic abilities and just flings everything else at Heinz. Just everything else in the room, just woof.
Even a kitchen sink?
Yes,
There happens to be one.
There is, and it comes right off the wall, and it goes flying, and it knocks his head, and his head again sprays into a shower of little steel BBs. It is almost like when you're playing Katamari Damacy, and you kind of your ball explodes, and everything just kind of falls in like a rain of stuff, landing directly on top of Nathan and on top of Heinz and on top of all the guards. And poor Baker, you just see him with all of the stuff on top of him as he looks up at you and he says, "No, it's okay, go," as you run towards the exit.
Oh, jeez.
I'll be okay.
Poor Baker.
Baker's always fine. That's how this works. That's how this relationship works. Baker's always fine.
He works for
It's
me.
like in the books.
It's an 8-inch pipe. He can make it.
So you start heading up the back staircase, and you start running up the spiral staircase, and you get to a platform, and there is another elevator. This one, however, it does not have Bubsy the Bobcat waiting inside.
Damn.
It has a sign on it that says "To Mausoleum," and when the door opens, Liberty, you recognize the person who's standing inside. He's an older gentleman with a mustard trench coat and a hat and a smoking blue eye. I trust that you found what you were looking for.
Absolutely. No questions, on the elevator, let's go!
All right. So you head up to the top, the elevator as it's going up.
I have a special ability that allows me to use an energy beam. Can I try to use it to destroy the stairs so that they can't follow us back up?
Go for it.
Cool, thank you.
What does that look like?
K-13 puts his hands together, and then this beam of blue light just kind of cuts through the metal, and then he pulls his hands together and
Kamehameha!
Yes.
Kamehameha! Sorry, I messed up.
Can I toss a cartoony-looking black orb bomb into the beam to help waylay our pursuers?
Yes, it says TNT on the top of it, and it's got the little...
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you toss it down, and as you're halfway up the elevator, everyone just goes quiet for a second as you're listening to Girl from Ipanema again. You hold up one finger, and then it just goes... You are slowly heading up towards the mausoleum, where essentially the people who would come down to work in the power plant come in on their daily job. There are all types of individuals who do work for Lantern Corp. There are some who are innocent and are just trying to help their families, and there are others who have a more insidious goal at heart. You're not sure who you're going to find when you get to the surface, working to secure that particular area. You think back to what Winston was saying to you, Liberty, about St. Bernard's Day, and how there were going to be security at 2 places, down at the hospital and up atop at the mausoleum. What do you want to do to get prepared for what you find up top?
Can I have a bag or something to hide my loot in?
Sure, of course you can.
Considering that the at least the cup is she definitely wants to hide that from view.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything just goes right into the giant haversack on my back. Or into K-13's whole body.
K-13 starts walking out of the elevator, just sloshing.
Listen up, here's the deal. We're gonna come up at the mausoleum. We know that there's another set of guards up there that we're gonna have to deal with. Now look, I got a gun in here. But that's about, I got a gun and some more bombs. That's about all I can supply.
That should be enough. I don't know anybody tough enough to take a gun and some bombs, strap them to them, and shoot one of the bombs. They're missed.
Do you have any smoke bombs, perhaps?
Wouldn't you know it? Reaches into the bag. Got one right here. Okay, so we set this off. Hey, Mr. Elevator Man.
Barry.
Huh. You got a problem if I just kinda pop the pin on this when we're about to get up there?
What was I doing the first day you met me?
Was he smoking?
He was.
I think Liberty just smiles and wordlessly pulls the pin.
Liberty pulls the pin, and the elevator begins to fill with smoke. Harper using her telekinesis to keep the smoke near the front of the elevator and out of everybody's eyes. You watch as Barry begins to smile. Each one of you feels the anxiety and the stress of today begin to drain from your bodies, and you begin to feel revitalized and bold. Like you could take on the fucking world.
Feels like rats have left the body. Feels, like an exorcism of sorts.
You reach the top, and the elevator door opens. The smoke begins to pour out into the main area. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. You walk maybe 10, 15 feet into the room, and the smoke begins to dissipate. On the display, where various mourners and loved ones can come and request individuals that they wish to spend just a few more minutes with, there is a face and a name. K-13, who is on the display? Who were you?
I imagine K-13 was probably a librarian by the name of Keith. Keith Hargrave.
It says Keith Hargrave, and you can see what your face looked like and who you used to be. You open a little key on your wrist, a little diode pops out, and you push it up against the machine, and you watch as the face and the name disappear from the display. And then as you hold your hand up, just as you were able to produce a beam of energy, you can produce a picture of your face with the name underneath it at will. So you'll always remember who you are.
Aw, cute.
You open the door to the mausoleum. There are maybe 50, maybe 100 Lantern Corps soldiers, all lying on the ground dead. Some bodies filled with bullet holes. Others with bite marks all over their face and neck. And there are others that look like they have been torn in half by some vicious animal. It was a massacre and a slaughter, and it was set up from the beginning. By whom? I don't think anybody here knows. But someone was watching out for you. You're free to make your escape. Does anyone have anything they'd like to do before they say goodnight and goodbye?
Before they part ways, Jules would hold out a business card to Liberty. If you ever need anything, you can get a hold of me here.
Liberty plucks the business card and chuckles, and then pulls out her notebook and taps the card against it. Oh, don't worry. I already had some plans.
Old Blue is going to just kind of like, well, it's been fun. You just hear coins being tossed to people left and right as he's walking around.
Aw.
Happy St. Bernard's Day! Happy St. Bernard's Day!
A13 is probably going to walk back to the library with Harper, if Harper's going back to the library.
Oh, absolutely.
And as they walk in, they're just going to open the door and to the main librarian and be like, guess who's back? In like the most normal human voice instead of the automaton voice he usually uses.
Just hold out your hand. It's me!
It's me.
It's me.
Your boss is like, you know I'm gonna have to dock your pay for this.
Aw.
Can I interest you in these?
And then Harper just takes that giant haversack off her back and she just splays out all the banned books that she grabbed from the vault and's like,
We need to get these all into circulation.
He runs up and does not hug you, but starts performing the dance of joy that Balky and Cousin Larry would do on Perfect Strangers.
Because of course. Da, 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 da,
da. Hey, 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 hey! And then jumps into your arms and you're like... And Liberty Mutual.
Yeah. It's a few days later, after the fact. News has been making the rounds about... has news been making the rounds about what happened? I assume not.
There has been word that St. Bastille Day was a rousing success. In fact, it was the most successful St. Bastille Day that has ever been.
Bastille or Bernard?
St. Bernard's Day. Hello. St. Bernard's Day.
It's okay.
I thought they'd like intentionally change the name just to hide everything.
New holiday.
New holiday, completely different. Procter & Gamble have specifically stated that they would like to thank whoever was successful for this most successful St. Bernard's Day personally.
Oh boy.
So it's the next Friday afterwards, the day that Liberty told that guy in the hospital to listen in. Some random news broadcast, and it's interrupted by static, and then a moment of silence. Good evening, Paradise. I'm Liberty Mutual with Pirate Radio. Now, as I'm sure you all know, we all had a pretty good St. Bernard's Day, but some of us more than others, if you get my meaning. I had the opportunity to make some new friends, help some new friends. We're going to be working pretty closely together in the future. And I'm hoping that any of you out there listening remember exactly what went down. You were in the hospital. You experienced what it was like. You know that this whole thing is a sham. Having to wait one day a year to get anything taken care of, I don't need to explain it to you. So, today, Paradise, I'm just gonna tell you to celebrate your victories and remember that the next battle is right around the corner. I'm Liberty Mutual, and the truth will set you free.
Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for supporting a lovely charity, and thank you all for gathering together to remember someone who is very important to all of us. So I want to give a big thank to Random Rhapsody, a big thank you to everyone who came out to play today, and a big thank you to everyone who was responsible for today's success. So thank you.
Of course, yeah. It was lovely to experience and be a part of, and it was lovely to work with all these new people. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.